Hello viewers and welcome to more action on WRC 8, looking at training sessions D. Now we've learned a lot through the various sessions, in terms of driving on tarmac, wider courses, technical courses. We've learned about gradient changes. We've then done the same on gravel surfaces. We've learned a bit about understeer, water splashes, gradient changes, lumps and bumps, various different ways you can jump over jumps, direction changes. And now we're going to start bringing that together in training sessions D. Now I'll point out again, if you missed it earlier in the earlier episode, that if you run the game on harder setting, it will increase the difficulty of the medal challenges. So if you think they look a bit easy for you, you can always run it on hard, and we'll do that on a stream later. As it happens, the challenge ramps up considerably on these final stages. There was a bit more to learn. Now, some of these courses I've shown some of the learning, some of them I haven't. Lumps and bumps here. I think this actual course I just went for it, and the lumps and bumps can be really tricky. Bit of a slide round there using a handbrake. Again, going for it. Oh, just managing it and completing that challenge. Pretty straightforward. However, hit one of those bumps wrong and you will just fly off into the bushes. You really do need to hit the right line there, and I was a little bit lucky that I was on the right line to get across those bumps. So certainly something to learn there. If you do fly off, don't get frustrated, just keep at it. There are routes which would improve your speed there as well. There was one point where I jumped very high, nose dived into the ground. That wasn't good either. I guess in a way, kind of like the MXGP, you want to keep your vehicle as low to the ground as possible in a way to maintain some traction. But this is of course similar to what we did on the tarmac in sessions A, but now running it on gravel in D, and the gravel makes a big change. Again, you are sliding it on every corner now. There's no driving through the corner. You have to slide the car, you have to hit the handbrake, get on the throttle and take it through, but you have to be mindful. So what's the most mindful things to think about here? Okay, brake towards a corner, get yourself into first gear. Yeah, you must remember to get your gear down, otherwise the car will just bog down if you're in the wrong gear exiting the corner. So it's all about preparing the car for the corner before you get there, and that's what makes this challenge a bit more complex. Braking, turning into the beginning of the apex. I'm not turning it around the corner, I'm actually turning the car a while before that to get the car to slide in a bit. And there's always improvements to be made, obviously. I mean, if I did this for lap after lap, I have to admit I wasn't as comfortable in this particular car as I was in some of the others, but either way, that's the technique. It's just learning and gradually cutting closer and closer and getting your slide just right through the corner so you have traction on the exit and a correct slide through. So tricky course, but one that again works very well in some of the more narrow areas. It's a very narrow course and very easy to make mistakes and very technical. You have that gradient change in the middle of the course there, and it is, I would say, one of the more tiring courses to drive. A lot of work on the handbrake going on there. Virtually every corner is a handbrake turn to get the back end out, depending on where you are. Very, very tricky technical track to drive, but we improved our time again and completed that section. And these are, I've mentioned before, a great addition to WRC8. For me, I think I'm going to spend as much time doing single rallies and doing this as the enormous career mode. Good news is that I enjoy it. I'm not just saying that because it's WRC8. People say to me, oh, you're saying that because it's WRC8 and you can't say anything bad about it. I can say stuff I think something's bad about it. I enjoy it, which is great, which is really handy, because it wouldn't be fun if I wasn't. And I wouldn't be able to cover my disappointment if I didn't enjoy it. So at least I am having fun enjoying this, and I think you can kind of tell from the driving I'm enjoying it, even though sometimes I get frustrated with myself when making this, because obviously making these videos you've got to get good and do these courses very quickly, so we can get the videos edited and turned around. That's more where my pressure is when I'm doing this driving. Technical section here, again very close to the walls, but you can't hang around, you've got to get on it. This was a tricky corner. It was a corner where I'd love to have been able to slide through that corner, but I wasn't able to find a technique that suited. Very narrow through there, on the brakes, handbrake turn, final turn, across the line, and I only managed a bronze. And I remember thinking to myself, damn, what happened there? I only managed a bronze, and I thought that was actually pretty good. I thought I was on it. This is a more tricky time, more technical. Oh, a little touch on the wall there, but I'm giving it more this time. Braking, trying to get the car in early. I've overdone it, and I've still not done it. Wow, we have a challenge now. We've got to do this. We've got to push harder. Where are we going wrong? So I'm changing to the bonnet cam view now. I'm thinking, you know what, I need to see the full width of the car. I'm having a bit of trouble judging the other side just from the cockpit cam. It's one of the problems with a cockpit cam is you kind of have to judge the width of the car. Now I need to just see. We're getting serious now. We're getting serious. I'm thinking, do you know, this is not good. We're going to do a restart. It's time for a restart. The challenge has increased. All right, let's do this now. We're going to be on it. Through the first corner, power, lift, power, slide the car through nice and tight there. On the power, flat, sliding the car in a bit, going a bit wide. Oh, a bit of a bump off the wall, but it's okay, we got away with it. We carried too much speed in basically, and it braked us down. Hard braking there, just about managing it over the line. And if we managed to yet, not yet, we're going around again. We've got to go faster, no mistakes this time. Faster, on the power again, sliding the car in, getting in early, a lift, keeping it nice and tight to the apex, but good traction on the exit, over the jump, nice and straight, down past this container, very tight, braking early, handbrake through the corner, lots of opposite lock, and across the line. Worked very hard for that one. Was tricky, no doubt about it, and there was, you don't see on these videos, but there is a lot of work going on behind the wheel. It really is very busy on the steering wheel for these challenges, and on the handbrake stick as well. My handbrake arm was getting pumped with all the hardcore driving that was going on. Looking at the next course, preparing your mind and body for what is about to come, another challenge that you will want to master. But do it because you enjoy it, not because of a leaderboard. I do feel there's so much leaderboards in games now that you're constantly competing. I think sometimes it's just nice to drive and compete against yourself. So racing round, learn the course a little bit. I've raced around some of this sort of before, a sort of rough idea I think. I'm just trying to get my head around it. Through these direction changes again. You need to be mindful of your speed there. You go too fast and you won't be able to change direction. Now I thought that was the same section as before and thought, oh, I can do flat here and then pass it. Oh, so now I know they sneakily changed the course. Right, let's do this now. Let's do a restart and let's get it right. Sneaky developers changing the course. And I'm thinking, right, get myself ready, and away we go. Okay, commitment, mental positivity now. We've got to do this. Tighter to the apex there again. Braking earlier here this time. Tighter in there as well. Sliding it through nicely. In here. Working well for me. Through the direction changes. Slowing down. Through on the power. Again, the car wants to go wide. Can't hit the outside wall. We know we've got to slow down now, so we're braking on the lump going in. That's it. Direction changes after that. Over the bumps. Bumps are throwing the car everywhere. A lot of work going on there. We complete the challenge. Oh well, never mind. At least we completed the challenge. And I'll just get myself out of the ditch and continue on. So that was that challenge, and I enjoyed that one. A bit more technical. They do get an awful lot more difficult for the end. So we're on to the final challenge, I believe now. The final challenge of the training, testing D5, and this is by far the most difficult course in the testing. The time is by far the most difficult to achieve, and I've got a fair amount of video left just on this course. I found this quite challenging. And you guys might find it easy, but I found it quite challenging. So But obviously we'll see how we get on, and playing it on hard is going to be even tougher. So over the lumps and bumps then. Oh, the car just completely lost traction there on the lumps and bumps. Turning around, learn this course. Got to learn the course first. I'm trying to think, am I more comfortable inside the car or with the bonnet cam? Just deciding to myself. Oh, I didn't see that direction change coming at all there. It's slightly unsighted as you go up. Just trying to learn this course. It's a bit longer, a lot longer than all the other courses. And this car handles slightly differently to the one I was in, so it's better on some areas but not on others. Taking my time, flat along here, and that completes the lap. So let's try going a bit quicker. Height to the barrel. That worked well. Got on the power quickly. Over the bumps. No. Bump sent me wide. No. That's not going to work, is it? So, time for a restart. I've got this. I've got this. I wanted to show the restarts. I could just show you guys perfect runs and then say, oh, it was easy. I did every run on my first go. No, I didn't. It was challenging. And you will need to work to complete some of these. And again, the lumps and bumps catching me out there. Really tricky. You've got that direction change at the top. You've got to prepare the car for that. Through this section again. Handbraking. You know, it's physical work behind the wheel going on here. Turning in, opposite lock, on the power, sliding the car through the corner. But being mindful of getting my gears down, slowing down 2 gears. Get the car slowed down before you get to the corner. And just not quite manage. I thought that was going to do it, and I managed to silver and thought, my goodness, I thought that was a reasonably good lap. It turns out we need to find more speed. And I was playing this now thinking, wow, I really do need to find some speed. This is a very challenging course all of a sudden. You know, just increasing that difficulty means you need to nail some of these sections completely. So I knew there was still speed to find all over the place, so I thought, let's give it more. See if we can get across these bumps a bit quicker. It's better. Get the car into this corner. Direction change. A bit slower than I'd like there. Didn't hit the apex as well as I'd like. And that compromised the next corner. So we've lost some time there. But it's okay. We can keep on it. Working these corners. This is good though. Working well through here. Tight to the apexes. No major issues other than that corner earlier. This is good. Flat. A decent lap then. Decent lap. And we still haven't managed it. I went flat across the line then. I didn't hit the brake for the corner. I thought, let's see if we can get some more speed. And we still haven't managed it. I can't actually read the time as I commentate to you because I can't see it on the editing software. But it was close. It was close. So then I needed a break for a moment. I went away. I thought, I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. So I had a cup of tea and a biscuit. And I thought to myself, I need to chill for a moment. A moment of chill. This is actually proving to be quite challenging. But I'm not going to stop. One needs to restart, continue, and just put that together. I thought that was a pretty good lap before, all things considered. So now we know we've got to really, really turn it on now. We've got to get eSport on it now. We've got to really start focusing and going flat through corners and committing. We've got to start working the wheel a bit more. And again, too much speed through there. I had the vision, but got it wrong, and by then I just didn't care. Let's restart. As soon as you make a mistake, you know, oh, it's over. Let's do it again. Let's do this. Nice through those early corners. Back end came out a bit there, lost a bit of time. Finding a line through here now that works for me in these lumps and bumps. Into that next corner. Direction change. Aiming for the barrel, that's better. Sliding through here. A bit wider than I'd like. Compromise my corner. Compromise my time. You know, I already knew that's it. I've lost the time. There's no time for mistakes on this course. So again, we go again. Nearly there now, viewers. So we've got to put together our knowledge, unlearn what we have learned, sliding nice through there, keeping good momentum. Now keeping my tight line on the inside. That's it, nice and smooth over the bumps. There's a slight, ever so slight lift going on there on the power. Direction change, that worked well, sliding through there, hitting that apex, prepares me for the next corner. Good, we're ahead now. So now we've got to get this technical section right. Get close to the apexes, don't make any big errors, and we can do this. I'm not looking at the time, I'm not looking at anything, I'm just looking at what I need to do. Down 2 gears, braking. Always got to remember at shifting down. Made a mistake on the final corner, and that unfortunately cost me. Cost me the final corner. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. We've got to get consistent. Driving through the first corner then, just a lighter touch on the handbrake. It worked well for me. Over lumps and bumps, a bit more commitment, a bit more speed this time. Am I too wide? No, I've managed to keep it together. Slide it through here though, nice and tight, very tight to the apex. And again now, I felt a bit compromised through there. I had to swing it both ways, literally sliding all the way. Now through the technical part, can't afford to hit the apexes. Got to keep it nice and smooth, get the traction on entry, braking down, sliding, little touch there. I wonder if it would affect me. This was such a long straight. I thought, damn, that might cost me. But I'm on the power again, flat out through this next section. Let's see if we can make it, get across the line, and we've done it. That was challenging. Challenging. It's a shame there's no replay mode in this mode, because I would like to have looked at the replay, but there isn't one. And that completes our look at the training sessions on WRC8. I hope you've enjoyed all 4 of those. They're in the playlist, and there'll be more gameplay from me on WRC8 very soon. Hello beautiful, thanks for watching the video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Do like and subscribe, supports what we do. And also check in the description if you want to become a YouTube member or a Patreon. Support us in every way possible to get out there and get some awesome content. But that's it, hope you've enjoyed it. Check out these videos, check out the site, and there'll be more from me very soon.